Morning, folks. I just got off the phone with Dave Morelli. He's Morelli's Tactical Advantage on YouTube, and we were talking a little bit about different things, and kind of figured, while I'm splitting this firewood, maybe I'd see what you guys thought about it. But pondering life's mysteries, actually, is what we were doing. We keep hearing about this giant space rock that's coming at us, and maybe it's a alien spaceship and all that stuff. They say that it's not behaving the way it should be. I guess it's picking up speed when it should be slowing down, and picking up speed in places where it shouldn't be picking up speed. Some of these chunks of firewood, there we go, some of these came out of my unsplittable pile from the other house, and I used them for campfire wood. But if I can split them, I'll burn them in the house. If not, I won't. But put them outside again. But anyway, the space rock, about half the scientists and things are saying that it's a spaceship. The other half are saying, no, it's just a comet. It's just a chunk of rock. It got me to wondering, what you guys thought about it. They say it's doing things that they've never seen before, but for them to jump just straight to being an alien spaceship that's going to wipe out the world, who knows about that? Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a big rock. That I guess they've seen other big rocks like this from out of nowhere, and they haven't acted like this. Or maybe they have. The other way of looking at it is, instead of looking at this big rock everybody's talking about, look at world politics and what's going on there. Is it just a distraction? Maybe they're trying to focus us off onto, some different trail than what they want us to be on. We don't get real TV here. We just get, we have a Fire Stick. It's mostly, outdated TV shows and things. I see a lot of stuff on YouTube, different news things, but what's true and what's not? What do you believe? What do you don't believe? With this whole AI stuff, you could have movie footage of somebody saying or doing something that he never did do. It's very, very easy to fake things now, and I don't know how to do it, but there's a lot of people that do, that are, they're not big high-tech guys and don't really have that much equipment to work with, but they're still putting out amazing things. Have you seen any of those Bigfoot vlogs? Some of those are pretty funny, but they don't really look real, but they're pretty good. They look pretty well done. Like I was saying here not too long ago, there was some guy, some famous fella, but nobody I heard of, but he was talking about how he believed that the world was flat and all this stuff, and then the real guy came on and said, that's not me. I didn't say those things. I don't believe those things. He says, this is 100% AI. So that alone is kind of scary. So, like I say, what's real nowadays? Used to be, if you had movie or video footage of it, just still pictures even. That was proof positive in a court of law. Nowadays, anything can be faked. They could have all sorts of strange things that aren't true. When you get, Morelli was saying, well, a lot of the scientists are saying it's a bunch of hogwash. Well, a lot of them are saying it's not, too. So, I mean, who's right? Who's got a better imagination than the other one? Who's telling the truth? It's really, really very hard to know. Let's see, some of these are not cut square. So I'll try that side. Ah. Yeah, like I say, some of this, all of this, was in my unsplittable pile. It's drier now, so maybe I can split it. Some of it might not be worth the trouble. Definitely more work than the straight grain lodgepole. Always kind of like splitting firewood though. One of those electric wood splitters or hydraulic ones, it'd be kind of nice, but especially on stuff you can't split. But I don't know, I kind of like doing it with them all. I get plenty of exercise, but this is good exercise. Although, last few years, I've got that bursitis stuff in my forearms and my elbows. This does make that flare up. If I do too much of it in a day, I get really hurting. I'll probably have to get one of them wood splitters like what Hillbilly's got before too long. But until then, this works. Kind of works. This is a small piece and I won't hardly split it. Anyway, today I'm back to hauling stuff to the dump and gathering up junk to either bring up here or to the dump. Like I say, the chicken butchering yesterday, anything red, it seems, will set off YouTube's computers. And that chicken plucker, I tried doing that in black and white. I tried doing it in color, and both times the YouTube censors, they kicked that one out and demonetize it, they say, so I can't make money off of it, and it says it'll be shown limited. Some places in the world it won't be shown at all, other places, very little, and what's the point in that? I mean, these are kind of fun to do, and it's gotten to be kind of a habit anymore, but the biggest reason I'm doing these at all is to try to make $1 or $2. It helps with the bills, and if I can't get even $1 or $2, then it's a lot of effort to mess around with to make nothing, so I didn't really show the chicken video very much, but It is what it is. You know, most folks that have chickens, they already butcher them their own way, and we got ours, and you always get people that, well, you're doing it wrong, you know, or we don't do it like that, or blah, blah, blah. Some people think, oh, that's a good idea, and, you know, that's the thing with anything in life, really. You take the good ideas, and you keep them, and you throw out the stuff that you don't like. It's a big deal, you know. I don't know. People are strange. Some people are great. Other people, I think they just live to complain about something. See that one there? Now that was a good one. Well, maybe. Started out as a good one. There we go. There's one gal here in town that she's an old lady that I think the only reason she's still alive is she's too mean to die. She goes out of her way to cause problems for everybody and anybody. Doesn't matter if she knows you or not, she'll cause problems. I don't understand people like that. You know, if it's somebody I don't like, I either avoid them, or I just tolerate them. You know, that you don't have to go out of your way to be nasty, cause problems. But there's sure a lot of folks that will. Yeah, good enough. One gal we know, I've watched her single people out of a crowd to go over there and pick a fight. I don't get it. Well, anyway. Anyway, I suppose I probably better quit this and go back to the junk pile. That got a little bit done, and every little bit helps. I mean, it ain't a huge amount of wood, but it's a lot of work. And I'm getting there. Every stick I cut, just that much more heat in the wintertime. We've been burning wood all of this month, really, and part of last month. It's not really cold, but it's cold enough, you know. It's chilly in there. I'm kind of wondering if that wood stove's going to keep up when it gets down to 20 below, and I don't know. I've been wanting to swap with the fairgrounds, but they get kind of grumpy, and lately they have been. So it ain't worth the time to bother to ask them. I just won't bother with it, but I don't know. Maybe if I can catch somebody in a good mood, I'll ask them. Well, anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow, and like I said, I'm kind of curious just what you think of this big old alien spaceship rock thing that's coming at us, and is it something or is it nothing? Bye.